Okay then, Mike. So first of all, I know the week building up to the Hunslet game, there was a lot going on. Has this week been a lot more kind of relaxed ahead of this weekend?
Certainly not relaxed, but a bit smoother. Yeah, last week was a rough week, but these things happen, particularly this time of year. You go from pre-season games and trying to attune to the competition ahead, and in reality, until you get to the league, you're never really ready, and there's a spike in intensity and contact and collision around that, and all teams you can see across all leagues are suffering with injuries. So it was just a week for us where we had to kind of get on with it, and the response that we had from the lads from the Oldham game the week before was fantastic.
So I know obviously you were really pleased with how the senior players stepped up last week, but there was a number of opportunities for players who perhaps had that opportunity a little bit ahead of schedule, but you were really impressed with how those guys stepped up as well.
Yeah, definitely. The senior players were awesome, I thought, and they have a responsibility when the chips are down to really stand up and lead from front, and I thought they did that and look after some of the younger players. It's the younger players' job to bring enthusiasm, which is what they did. So everybody responded, juniors, seniors. It's give us a few players have put themselves in the window now for selection, even when we're a bit stronger as well, and which is exactly what we needed. They were massively underdone, a lot of those players, in terms of the minutes they played, but yeah, I was just delighted with how they all stepped up.
So looking ahead to this weekend, there's another face in the squad, but a familiar one. So announced the dual registration with Salford, and Sam Davis is back and in the squad. You must be delighted to have him around.
Yeah, it's always easy when I still see Sammy as one of us again. It's when you bring the blokes back to London, it's always a little bit easy to everything around it. Transitioning back to stopping down here, to the way you move about the place, the way you are with the boys and the staff and stuff like that, very familiar for him. So he needs minutes. We need quality players as well. So we've been running Curtis into the floor. Curtis has been phenomenal, by the way. He's been playing a lot of minutes, so it'd be good to share the minutes out there as well. And Sammy will play a little bit in the middle too, at loose forward. So yeah, it gives us more options again. It strengthens us massively, attacking wise and defensively.
So on Featherstone, then we played them just a few weeks ago, but there has been change there in the head coach. Does that change things quite dramatically, do you think?
It'll change the way that they prepare and the way they play. They're after response from the result last week. Very seldom do they concede that many points at home, so they'll be very disappointed. It'll certainly be a hostile environment as usual at Featherstone. They'll demand a reaction. They've added 3 quality players to the squad. Gavin Springer will give them some starch up top, and 2 new halves as well. So how we prepared for them early in the weeks has been adjusted now because if the squad's been released. They'll likely have Ryan Hampshire in the half and Ben Reynolds in the half, 2 quality players. Caleb Aiken's probably back to fullback, so completely different spine, completely different options for them attacking wise. So yeah, it's certainly a stiff test. I think on paper they're still right up there in terms of the quality that's in the Championship. Alongside Oldham and Bradford are as good as it gets, really. So we're hoping that we can not let them get on the front foot this weekend, though.
And then just lastly, obviously this is cup competition, 2 games away from Wembley. It's knockout rugby. It brings a different element, doesn't it, to the afternoon? Yeah,
a little bit, and for us it's still just kind of weaving some combinations together. So whatever the competition is for us, it doesn't really matter. We're just trying to improve and spend time together in certain combinations, particularly around our edges. And we know we've had the adjustments in the halves as well. Jensen Binks has stepped up fantastically well. It's another opportunity for him to get some cohesion with the team, and the team to get some cohesion with him and with Luke Paulselli and Alex Walker at fullback. So it doesn't really change too much for us what competition it is.